This is my Russian website recording. It's my presentation on the Russian websites compared to American websites. So the Russian news websites are basically the same as like our news websites here in America. As you can see, has the simple menu bar which is centered and at the top of the screen. As you can see, KSTP also has the same one, except there's under some of them when you scroll down, it will give you a bar and it changes for the top stories. But the TAS Russian news website doesn't have the bars that go down. They quite literally just have, when you scroll over it, it just changes color. Well, background color to white or gray. And then the Moscow Times just shows red instead of black when you're scrolling over top of it. I did notice that on a lot of the Russian websites, there's a lot of ads throughout, like on the sides mostly, which is basically the same as the American websites. If you go to Star Tribune, as you can see, ads just pop up, but there's a bunch of them on the sides. They also, the similarities with it, as you see, the Star Tribune has blocky layouts, so it's just blocks here and here all throughout, so it's clean and simple to find anything. It's the same thing for these websites. As you see, it's all rectangular or block shapes, so it's clean and cut. Moscow has the same one, similar to it. It's just the top part of it has just a big picture, so it's one of the top stories that they want you to read. And then it goes down, and instead of like actual blocks, they have it just similar. It's not a technical block shape, but it still is blocky because it's not just random and all over the place. This Russian Beyond is a website for Russian news. I believe it's in Moscow, but this one's completely different than the other news websites that I found for Russia. It has a big picture right here, and you have to click on the link for this one. And this is the culture, then it has the travel. So the size of it is different, but the layout of it's basically the same. It's still blocky, but this one has just a bigger picture on the layout. And if you move down, you can see that similarity of the block outline. Along with here, the RT.com is another Russian website. It has the similarities of the navigation bar being up here, but this news website is not just for Russia. It's for a few different, like the US and the UK, has the sports. It's a multi-use website, but it's still, the layout is still blocky like the rest. This website is for a restaurant in Moscow, and I'll change it so that you can see the actual English version. But the menu or the navigation is the same. It's very similar to the news ones, being as it's on the top. Although with this one, it doesn't change colors, but it's simple. It's easy to see what you can pick from. Also, this big picture right here is different than obviously the news ones. It shows you one of their specialty dishes. And then when you go down, you can click on the menu, or you can see the chefs that work there. There's the photos. And this one, it just seems more like a specialty website, obviously, than a simple cut, because on the other ones, it definitely doesn't have any of this. Now, this one is the Four Seasons in Moscow. It is kind of like the other specialty website. Although, with this one, it doesn't change colors. Like, this is the home page of it, but when you click on it, it turns a different color gray, and then it's underlined. But once you click on it, the for a sub menu to where it's going to bring you the navigational link, it shows you a panorama view of what you're clicking on. As you see, the pictures definitely bring light to the fact that they want you to know exactly what you're getting and what you're paying for, especially for this very expensive hotel in Russia. Now, when it comes to this website, it has like a blocky layout, but you can click over. So it's more of like a slideshow. but you have to do it yourself. And it just shows you the different suites that they have on this page. On this page, it shows you more of the amenities that they have. They have the bar, they have the dining room. And then it goes down and you can see more of the blocky layout that's normal for the website design. And this right here is my bibliography that I use for all of the websites that were in my presentation.